the boxing world has once again erupted in controversy, this time over the outcome of Manny Pacquiao's latest bout, a fight many fans and analysts believe he clearly won but was denied on the judges' scorecards. The 45-year-old Filipino legend, who stunned the world by even stepping back into the ring at his age, delivered a performance that reminded everyone why he is considered one of the sport's greatest of all time. Yet, instead of celebrating another chapter in his legendary career, the night ended with outrage, accusations of robbery, and renewed debate about the integrity of boxing's scoring system. Pacquiao, who faced WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios in what was billed as a high-stakes showdown, appeared to outwork and outclass the younger, taller champion for much of the fight. From the opening bell, Pacquiao set the pace with his signature footwork, darting in and out with fast combinations and landing the cleaner punches. Despite being nearly 2 decades older than his opponent, the Pacman dictated the tempo and consistently found openings to land his straight lefts and counter right hooks. Barrios, to his credit, used his jab and reach to keep Pacquiao at bay in spurts. But outside of a few isolated rounds where his size advantage made a difference, most observers felt Pacquiao controlled the action. Several ringside reporters, boxing analysts, and even former champions had Pacquiao comfortably ahead on their scorecards when the final bell rang. Many expected the judges to award Pacquiao a unanimous or at least close decision in his favor. Instead, the announcement of a majority draw stunned the crowd inside the arena and infuriated fans watching worldwide. Gasps echoed through the venue as 2 judges scored the fight 114-114, while one had Pacquiao winning 115-113. The decision meant that Barrios retained his WBC title, but it also meant Pacquiao's chance at history, becoming the oldest world champion in boxing, slipped away in controversial fashion. Social media exploded within minutes. Hashtags like #PacquiaoRobbed and #BoxingCorruption began trending globally. Legendary trainer Freddie Roach, who was ringside, called the decision a disgrace to the sport, while many journalists labeled it outright robbery. Even neutral figures in boxing, such as pundits who had no personal stake in Pacquiao's comeback, expressed shock at the outcome. "This is why people say boxing kills itself," tweeted one former fighter. "Pacquiao did everything needed to win. To rob him like this is shameful." Fans also pointed out that Pacquiao's underdog comeback story had captured international attention, and the disappointing verdict robbed the sport of what could have been one of its greatest feel-good moments. For many, the fight was more than just about belts. It was about witnessing a living legend defy the odds once again. The sense that politics, money, or promotional interests interfered with the fairness of the decision only added fuel to the outrage. For Pacquiao, the aftermath was bittersweet. In the post-fight interview, the Filipino icon showed class, thanking fans for their support and refusing to complain directly about the result. "I thought I won the fight," he admitted, "but that's boxing. I respect the judge's decision." Still, his composed demeanor did little to calm the anger of supporters who believed their hero was denied his rightful victory. The WBC's role has also come under scrutiny. Some observers questioned whether the sanctioning body would truly want to see a 45-year-old champion hold one of its most prestigious titles, as it might complicate future matchups involving younger stars. Critics argue that boxing often prioritizes marketability and long-term business over fairness inside the ring, and Pacquiao's situation is the latest example. This is hardly the first time the sport has seen a controversial verdict, but the stakes involved, Pacquiao's legacy, the chance to make history, and the massive global spotlight on the fight, make this particular robbery stand out. Comparisons have already been made to other infamous decisions, such as Pacquiao's own controversial loss to Timothy Bradley in 2012, a fight he dominated yet lost on the cards. Where Pacquiao goes from here remains uncertain. Some believe the decision may motivate him to push for a rematch with Barrios, while others think he may finally walk away from the sport, content that he proved himself even at 45. Regardless, his performance has reminded the boxing world of his greatness, even if the record books may never reflect it. For fans, though, the feeling is one of betrayal. Once again, boxing's credibility has been shaken. Once again, a night that could have been celebrated as one of the sport's greatest stories has instead turned into another example of why many fans and mainstream audiences struggle to trust boxing results. Manny Pacquiao may not have left the ring with the WBC title, but in the eyes of countless fans, he left as the true winner.